These people that we are saying are taking our jobs and economic opportunities, Faith, let's line up the buses now and put them into the buses and let them go. Will still be poor. Actually, more poorer without them, especially you, the black elite, because it is you who have hired these people into your houses. So it's not true that when they leave, you'll get jobs. They do not own these people that you're talking about. They do not own the means of production. They don't own the land. They don't own the banks. They don't own the financial sector. They don't own monopoly industries, which is what should create jobs, not what you're talking about. Na ke tlo le motho wa Zimbabwe re lwela ba le security. But me and a Zimbabwean must fight over being a security guard. Why should we fight over that? Why are you not saying let's all mobilize each other? And I never said South Africans are xenophobic in all of my articulation. I'm saying this thing is imaginary because South Africans coexist with these people. They don't have a problem. But let me make the last point. Yeah, in Alexander, Dudula goes and remove those foreigners, all of them who are selling tomatoes in some open space there. They remove them completely successfully. They go. Not a single South African went to occupy that space where they were selling. As a result, Alexander people started complaining. South Africans didn't go and sell at that land. And it's just that, we say these things here, now. They don't record them so that during your spare time, they must say, no, Faith, you like reading, you like researching, you like being exposed to these things. Now, Dudula has moved people here. This is what they were doing. Let's make an observation and see what's going to happen in a week's time. If indeed these people have taken anything from South Africans, let's go and see what will happen in a week's time. Nothing will happen. If anything, those people are going to come back, they are going to be received, and our people are going to buy from those people. The nonsense I don't agree with is this thing of selling expired food. The EFF and all community leaders, it is in their hands to confront people who are selling expired food in the township, in the villages, and even in town. Because it's not only those people in the spaza shops who sell expired food. Even shops like Spar sell expired food. So the story should not be about cheap people that we undermine and we can always speak bad about them and to them. It must also, the struggle must be taken to the powers that be. That in South Africa, ShopRite, Checkers, whoever you are, you're not going to sell expired food because we're going to confront you if you do that.
A few years back, we had an outbreak of xenophobia in South Africa that was unexplainable. And I think it is the worst tragedy that we are so narrow that we reduce xenophobia to black people. I've never heard of us demonstrating against foreign Italians, foreign Greeks, and foreign whites in this country. But we seem to be imploding indeed, Mantashe. We are imploding as Africans. Because why is it that now and again you will hear that Somalis are being killed and their shops are vandalized because, oh no, they are providing cheap employment and they are selling cheaper goods. And these people fled from their countries because of the political climate, whatever it is. We don't necessarily know what makes anyone pack their bags and come to South Africa, but it is always for a political reason, although of course we have lots of criminals who also take advantage of that fact.
Observing happening. We decided as management we're going to have a meeting with the leadership of these people that are doing this March on March. For one reason, just to remind them about the rights of others. Because they cannot just go and threaten foreigners, foreign nationals in the country, not knowing whether they are documented or not, number one. And number two, they don't have a responsibility as citizens to go and check whether are people documented, because they don't have skills to know whether the paper that the person is holding is legit or not. So we encourage them to monitor, observe where they get information, share that with us, and be able to tell us that we are aware that in that particular area, they are undocumented people. Please go and check. So we go and check that. If it's confirmed, then we'll be able to deport them. Otherwise, if we just go on a spree like they are doing and trying to intimidate people, the sad thing is going to happen one day is that someone's going to get hurt. And because you're going to come across someone who looks like me, and you're going to assume that he's a foreign national, not knowing that he's a South African. We've got brothers and sisters in this province, in this country, that look similar to the other brothers and sisters from other foreign countries. So you cannot just by the look of the face of a person and you assume that this is a foreigner. It might not be. That is one. And secondly, what becomes even more disturbing is that their march seems to target those that mostly are from the African origin. And they are not necessarily directing their anger towards other foreign nationals that are in the country. We've got the whole world here. But we don't see it on TV that there is this kind of march towards other nationals.
Mukhwanazi does the best thing that you have ever said when you say there are South Africans who look like foreigners. There are South Africans who look like Ghanaians, Nigerians, and other people who are coming from outside as foreigners. So this thing that now you go around and be like, okay, this one look like a Nigerian, so go back home. This one look like a Mozambican, or this one look like Zimbabwean, so go back home. It cannot be correct indeed that people will go around and just by the look and be like, okay, this one is a foreigner. Indeed, if the person has got papers or doesn't have papers, it's the work of the police to check whether indeed the person doesn't have papers, and then to be questioned by the law enforcement, not just by any random person. So thanks very much, Mr. Mukhwanazi, for clarifying that. And the point is, we don't see these guys confronting white people to chase them or to harass them like they are harassing black South Africans or black foreigners. So what is it that they don't go for whites? Thank you.
Kiabona wa machiwa mo barbatu barbona babatli batu ba utswa kontle ba shapa ma Zimbabwe, ba shapa ma Ghanaian, ba shapa everything, but hey le ba Limpopo ba shapiwa no hausa buisi Zulu wa betu. But let's ask a question. After you marched and say you don't want Zimbabweans, you don't want Nigerians, you don't want Ghanaians, you close shops, you march. Why are you not coming back to tell us the following day that after that march, we expelled 10 Zimbabweans, and out of those 10 Zimbabweans, we're able to give 10 South Africans jobs? There is no such a report. Why? Because now Kabakuba ma Zimbabwe, hauna misebetsi, batho bale ba ma Zimbabwe ba etsa mesebetsi e lona le sabatleng o etsa because those are slaves jobs. They don't pay anything. You want proper jobs. You want a job with a pay slip, with an appointment letter, with pension, with medical aid, and you deserve it. But why are we fighting each other? It is the same people who made us fight each other during apartheid, black on black violence. They sponsored it. The same provinces where blacks were killing blacks during apartheid, sponsored by apartheid government, is the same provinces where blacks are beating blacks today. The script is the same. The right of the script is the same.
Why do you ask me? Unkupa orna, koncha ngwana, ko skolong ka is not South African. Ke munche ko skolong, ke feche ke shebe waka, ke be proud father. After removing a black child from school, when the black children were removed from school with bullets in 1976, when our parents were removed from school because they did not have school fees, I must play that role. Me, I will never do it. I'm not going to take a pregnant woman out of a clinic because she's not South African. She gives birth of an African child at the gate, and that child dies. And you want me to do that and be proud and look at my children and say, I'm a proud father after I stopped life, after I killed someone? I will not do that. I did not join politics to be voted for. I was too young when I joined politics. These positions that I have came as a result of my participation. I am not in politics to be elected. I'm in politics to articulate a position of African people who have been oppressed for too long. We are not saying any Zimbabwean, Nigerian, Ghanaian must bring crime here. The same way no South African must bring crime here. Anyone who brings drugs, South African or Nigerian, must be dealt with according to the laws of South Africa. Not mob justice.
Good day, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Jones. The government is not willing to chase any foreigner out of South Africa. The government is not willing to participate in chasing people out of South Africa. So if the government was serious about chasing or forbidding foreigners to be in South Africa, they will create a border. They will build a border or a fence if they are serious. So to show that the government is not serious about the foreigner things, if you see and check the principles, the legislature, the law against foreigners is flexible. So, which means the government doesn't want to participate in the issue of foreigners. So, if the government, the boss, the head, the leader, the one that is in power, the authority, if they don't want to enforce the law and do anything about the issue of foreign nationals, more especially the illegal ones, it means that those who are busy marching, they are doing it in vain. Or maybe it may work if they don't get tired. So if every day they go around addressing this issue, maybe the government will end up consider that. So, but the thing is, if there is still a party like EFF which doesn't want to follow the route of chasing out illegal foreigners or foreigners out of South Africa, and while the EFF is the biggest party in South Africa, so there is still a setback whereby there is not that main power. If the government is not willing, doesn't participate, and the EFF, the big party, doesn't participate, which has lots of people, so it's still a serious challenge. So we will hear you from the comment sections. What are your views? How do you see it? And what do you want to see here in South Africa? So if maybe the government was able to arrest those who are not following the law, bye till we meet again next time, good people.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, YNAC TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe.